For the week in review for June 9th through 15th, I guess it was a crappy week. Fell a little short of my goals again. Took myself out of some other goals, but whatever. Ran 45 miles, way short. Well, my goal was 40, but it was definitely half of what I should have got last week. I'll get to that in a second. I only biked 15 this week, just didn't jump on it enough. Actually thought I did a lot more, but when I looked back, I only had 15 miles. So a little bit of a shocker. Again, I thought I biked a few days this week, but I guess I only biked 2. So whatever, I guess that's my fault. Did rest a bunch this week. Got some good training runs in earlier in the week, but then second half took it easy. Did go to the eye doctor again. I guess the inflammation in my eyes gone or pretty much gone. I forget what he said. Go back in another month. So that's getting cleared up. So I have to, I can pull back a little bit on the eye drops instead of like every 6 hours I'm awake. You know, I get down to 3 days, times a day, then to 2, then to 1. So at least that's getting good. My vision's 20/20 again. So that's also a plus. The only time I really see those floaters now, those circle dots, is when I look up at a blue sky and really try to concentrate to see them. But I guess that's sort of normal. I don't know. I didn't mow the grass just because of the weather and just wanting to rest and work schedule. Just didn't get to it this week. It happens. Not that it's a big deal. It just means I have to get it done early next week, like Monday, Tuesday, so it doesn't get too high, because it's supposed to rain all next week. So I guess I have to actually do it Monday, because Tuesday's supposed to rain on. Did fix my Ultra Spire waist belt. Broke the threads where the pulls go last year, and I never fixed it. So I rethreaded it with some of those shoelaces that, like lock laces, because it's the same material. And I tested it out the one day with pulls, because I usually don't wear pulls with my waist belt. Worked out pretty good. So I'll have to keep that in mind for other ultras down the road if I want to take pulls. It really doesn't weigh me down that much. It just took me about a mile to get used to, then I was fine. Just have to figure out how to cinch it down a little bit better. We'll see how that goes, but that was a plus. That was a goal for the week. I didn't fix the shed like I was going to. Again, rested and did other things this week. Did work on race registrations a little bit. Got one up. Got the core shack up. And the other 2 should be up Monday, Tuesday this week. So that's a big thing to be taken care of. The big goal of the week that I was supposed to do was Laurel Highlands Ultra 70 miler. Took myself out of it. Earlier in the week I was mentally ready. Then as the week progressed, I was just like, I really just don't feel like I'm mentally able to push through. And my body was like, do you really think you could do 70? I probably could. Definitely could have finished. But I would have struggled all day long. And then the weather report Saturday looked like it was going to rain all day. So I sort of just mentally checked out of that. And then even in the morning, my dad drove me down. I'm looking at the weather the whole time. I'm like, man, it's the band of rain was supposed to go across the course all day long. I was like, you know what? I'm not running for, 15 plus hours in the rain. So I just didn't even start. So that was sort of a waste. But whatever. I just, you know what I mean? Being undertrained is one thing. But then being undertrained and then miserable all day in the rain trying to push through, at least when I thought it was going to rain all day. So I just said to hell with it. But later in the day, I actually paced one of my friends from 271 in, so that was my something fun for the week. I did enjoy that. It was a good time. Little night ops. So that was fun running the laurel in the night with the actual laurel blooming pretty good. So I did enjoy that. That's about it for the week. This week coming up, not sure what I'm really gonna get done. Well, obviously the race registrations will be up. If there's a couple dry days, maybe put some netting around the trees, finish that, fix the shed. Um, who knows what else I'll get into. Just the weather looks shitty all week, so it's kind of hard to plan. Might have to switch to more biking this week than running if it's going to be rainy. Who knows? Guess we'll see.